Troubleshooting is very easier with object-oriented programming language. Suppose if any problem occurs in the application, so we need to kickstart the troubleshooting, where exactly the issue occurs. So we need to track the entire application from end to end. Okay, so in object-oriented programming languages, we have a facility to logging, to maintain logs. Okay, so using logs, using logging tools, we can easily troubleshoot the issue. Okay, second one, code reusability. So code reusability is one of the main advantage of using object-oriented programming language, because in object-oriented programming language, every user request is processed or is processed by collaborating with multiple objects. For every requirement, there will be one and only independent object will be there. In order to process every user request, there might be one or more objects needs to collaborate with each other to process the user request. Okay, so based on the user, based on the concern, based on the functionality, we can segregate the functionality into independent objects. We can segregate the functionality into independent objects. Okay, so these independent objects are going to communicate with each other, collaborate with each other to process the user request from end to end. Okay, so this is one of the major advantage using object-oriented programming language. And third one is productivity. So productivity will be high, because where there is a code reusability, definitely there will be high chance of productivity. Okay. Fourth one is data redundancy. Avoid data redundancy. Code flexibility. Security. So all these are the advantages of the using object-oriented programming languages. Okay, so that is the reason why nowadays, not in recent times, in our era, in our generations, okay, we have this very, very beautiful and highly scalable programming languages are available in the market. Java, C#, C++, object-oriented programming languages. So among all these object-oriented programming languages, Java is a very, very, very beautiful programming language. Very highly intelligent programming language. Okay, so there are so many different frameworks are there based on the Java programming language. Okay, so for every enterprise capability, Java provides the solution. Java already provided the solution. Okay, Java API is highly available for all the enterprises capabilities. Okay, so that is the reason why Java programming language is highly usable in all the in various domains, in e-commerce, banking, reservation systems, delivery apps. So in every area, Java programming language is the best programming language which meets all the enterprise requirements. Okay, so can we start looking into object-oriented programming language? Yes. So before going to learn about object-oriented programming language, first we need to understand on which methodology this programming language is designed. Okay, on which programming methodology. Okay, so we have object-oriented programming methodology. So based on this methodology, this object-oriented programming language is designed. Okay, Divya, can you please go on mute? Okay. Yeah. So on which methodology object-oriented programming language is designed? Object-oriented programming methodology. So what is this object-oriented programming methodology and what are the different concepts we have in the object-oriented programming methodology? First one is encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Okay. So these are the four major object-oriented programming methodology concepts. Okay. So if you wanted to master in the object-oriented programming language, you need to understand well about these four object-oriented methodology concepts. What is encapsulation? What is abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism? Those who are having a strong command in the in these four concepts, they can easily learn object-oriented programming language. Okay, guys, please go on mute. I'm still hearing some noise. Raju, thank you, guys. Thank you. Please don't unmute your mics. If you really have any doubts, please unmute your mic and ask me. Okay. Okay. So if you wanted to learn object-oriented programming language, if you wanted to master in the object-oriented programming language, try to understand about these four concepts. Okay. Those who are very strong, those who are having a clear idea about these four object-oriented concepts, they will easily learn programming, this object-oriented programming language. For them, it is very, very, very easy programming language. So many people are thinking Java is very difficult language. Can I tell you the reason? The reason is they didn't understand about these four concepts. I'm surely saying this. They didn't understand properly about these four concepts. If you understand these four concepts very clear, then it is very, very easy to learn object-oriented programming language, especially Java programming language is very, very easy for them. Okay, that is the reason why understanding about these four concepts is very, very important. Understand? So now in today's demo session, my main concentration is on explaining about these four concepts. Okay. So far, any doubts? I'm giving a couple of minutes of time to all of you.
Sir, could you explain once more for async or what is this? It's a synchronize, asynchronous.
Synchronous and asynchronous communication.
Yeah,
so
I need a brief.
Yeah. Synchronous and asynchronous communication is nothing but. So I'll give you an example. Okay. So we are trying to book a ticket in the IRCTC at 10 a.m. in Tatkal time. Okay. So we selected the source and destination and we got a list of trains, and in that we selected one train and we entered the passengers list and we click on submit button. It will navigate us to payment gateway. Once after completing the payment gateway, what will happen? From the payment gateway, again we are navigating back to the IRCTC application website, right? So what does it mean? What does it mean? Our reservation was successful. That's it, right? So internally, what will happen is, so how many requests we initiated? Tell me, Mahesh. We initiated only one request. What is that? We are trying to book a reservation.
Yes.
So this is one request we initiated. So, yes. But internally, IRCTC application initiated another request internally that we don't know. Okay. So what internal request IRCTC application is initiated? A booking confirmation SMS, booking confirmation mail. These two requests are initiated internally by the IRCTC application without our notice. Okay, maybe immediately sometimes, or it may take some amount of time. What will happen? It will generate a mail to our registered mail ID, and also it will generate a message to our registered mobile number, right? So I have one question for you, Mahesh. So
Yes.
are we initiated these internal requests? No.
Mm.
Who initiated this? IRCTC application.
Yes.
So we initiated only one request. What is that? We tries to book a ticket from one source to another one destination. But internally, IRCTC applications initiated two requests. So these two requests are asynchronous requests. Okay, even though these requests fail, it will not affect our reservation. Got my point? Even though mail sending request is fails, even though SMS sending request is fails, our reservation request will not affect. Got my point?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So these two requests are, these two requests are nothing but a asynchronous requests, which will not affect the parent request. Got my point?
Okay, sir.
So what is a synchronous communication? What are the synchronous requests? One request initiates the second request. Suppose there is a parent request. Parent request initiates child one request. Child one request initiates child two request. If the child two request is successful, then child one request is continue to process. If child one request is successful, then parent request is continue to process. If any of the child request is failure, parent request will also affect based on the child request. So here processing time of the parent request is increasing based on the depending on the child request, right? Got it, Mahesh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first request is depending on the second request is depending on the third request. So first request time is increasing based on the second request time, because all these requests are in synchronous communication. When coming to asynchronous communication, all the requests are independent with each other. No request is depending on the other asynchronous request. So here it is following fire and forget methodology. What is that methodology? Fire and forget. In asynchronous, it follows the fire and forget methodology. What is fire and forget? It initiates the request and it continues the rest of the, a first request initiates the second request, and without waiting for the successful completion of the second request, first request will continue its process. What does it mean? What methodology it is following? Fire and forget. First request fires the second request and continue its execution. Continues its first request execution. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So everybody, I hope everybody understands about synchronous and asynchronous communication. Okay. So this fire and forget is one of the design pattern in enterprise applications. Okay. So now we are going to continue with our object-oriented programming methodology concepts. Okay. So one more time I am explaining. These four object-oriented methodology concepts are very, very important to learn object-oriented programming language. Okay. So those who are good at these four concepts, it is very easy for them to learn object-oriented programming language. Okay. So before going to explain all these four concepts, I want to explain three more concepts. First one is real-time entity. Entity or real-time entity. second one is class, third one is object. Okay, so can someone gives me the example of what is entity and what is real-time entity? Entity or real-time entity is nothing but if you take anything in this world, that will be treated as a real-time entity. Right now in my room, I am seeing laptop, table, fan, tube light, building, water bottle, textbook, laptops. So all these are considered as a real-time entities. Okay, I'll give you some more examples. Sky, stars, sun, moon, sea, mountain, roads, buildings, petrol bunks, corporate office, animals, all these are real-time entities only. You can take anything, whatever you see with your physical eyes, that is a real-time entity. Okay, I'm give you one examples. Tube light is one real-time entity. Can someone unmute your mic and give me one example other than what I explained? Other than examples I gave, can someone please unmute your mic and give me one example? Or I'll pick up someone. Mahesh, can you give me one example? One real-time example. Okay, I will give you second one. Mobile. Mobile is one real-time entity. Now try. Someone please unmute your mic and give me one example.
A book or a pen.
Sorry?
Laptop or a pen.
A pen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, pen. Very good. Pen is one real-time entity. I'll give you one more real-time entity. Okay, final one. Bank account. Can I treat bank account as a real-time entity? Yes, of course. Anything, whatever the real-time entity, whatever the things we are seeing with our physical eyes, everything will be treated as a real-time entity. Okay, so in all the real-time entities, there are two things in common. What are those? In all the real-time entities, two things are in common: properties and behaviors. Okay, I'll tell you what are the properties and behaviors of the tube light. Okay, what are the properties of the tube light? Tube, filament, choke, starter, tube light holder, all these are properties of the tube light, right? All these are the properties of the tube light. What are the behaviors of the tube light?
Emitting light.
On and off. On off functionality. Okay, giving light. Okay, so can someone of you tell me the properties of the mobile? As I said, every real-time entity have properties and behaviors. Can someone tell me what are the properties of the mobile?
Battery.
Very good. Battery.
SIM card.
SIM card.
Speakers.
Speakers.
A glass.
You mean touch touchpad, right?
Yeah.
Touchpad. Okay.
And flashlight. That
flashlight.
Camera,
Very good. That is the main one, right?
Yeah.
Camera.
etc.
Okay, leave it. What are the behaviors of the mobile?
Lifting calls, reject the calls,
Answering calls or making calls? Answering calls, making calls,
browsing,
browsing,
reel,
huh? Social
Recording.
recording, very good. Messaging, etc. Okay. Can someone tell me the others? Please respond. Okay. So some people are some people already told about mobile, right? Someone take the chance. Some new one. Please take the chance and tell me the properties of the pen and
Ink.
1 minute. Ink, refill, nib,
Cap.
cap, dome. You can call it. Can we call it as a dome? Pen dome. Anything. Okay. Behaviors of the pen. Writing. Right? Agreed. Okay. So finally, bank account. What are the properties of the bank account and behaviors of the bank account? Tell me.
Account number,
Very good. Account number,
IFSC code,
IFSC code, IFSC.
account name, account holder name.
Wait a minute. IFSC code belongs to the branch of the bank,
Yes, yes.
right? So
Account
that,
holder name.
1 minute. So that bank itself is a bank branch is a another real-time entity, right?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
It also has properties and behaviors. That IFSC codes belongs to this
Yes.
bank branch.
Branch
Property.
code also property of the.
Branch code also property of the bank branch. Okay. Coming to this bank account, one is account number and another one is account holder name.
Holder name.
As you said.
And account holder address.
Address, personal information. Can we call it as a personal information of the
Yes,
customer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, personal information. Main one is account balance.
Yes.
Account balance. Then account type. Okay. Tell me the behaviors of the
Credit amount and debit amount.
very good. Credit amount. Credit amount. Or simply we can call it as a deposit.
Deposit and withdraw.
Withdraw. Withdraw. Balance
Same.
inquiry. Then etc. Leave it. Okay. So these are the behaviors and properties of the bank account. Okay, like this, you can take any real-time entity. You can easily collect the properties and you can easily identify the behaviors of the properties. Okay. So for all of you, I have one question. Okay. So my question is, take any real-time entity, how these behaviors came into existence. My simple question is how these behaviors in any real-time entity came into existence.
By object-oriented programming.
No. Thank you for answering, but no, that is not the answer. Guys, if it is wrong also, please respond. Okay. I prefer like interactive sessions. Then only it is easy for us to learn. Okay. Yeah, tell me. How these behaviors came into existence?
Through inheritance.
No, we don't
With
know what is
togetherness of
inheritance.
the properties.
Sorry, please come again.
with the properties of togetherness,
Very
it
good.
behaviors.
Yes. How these behaviors came into existence means only based on these properties only. So how can we make calls? Tell me, without having SIM card property? How can we take pictures without having the camera? Camera is property, right? Am I making sense?
Yes.
How can we browse without having internet as a property? Without having data as a data in a SIM card? How can we do deposit without having any of these property? How can we have withdraw functionality without having any of these? How can we have balance inquiry functionality, balance inquiry behavior without having these properties? Now you got it, right? So how these behaviors came into existence? Only based on the properties, right? Got my point? Am I making sense, guys? Yeah. I take it as an answer. Your silence gives me an answer. Okay. So how these behaviors came into existence means only based on the properties. Got it? So without having the properties, behaviors won't exist. Okay. So here, what I am saying is behaviors are nothing but a functionality of the real-time entity, and properties are nothing but a data of the real-time entity. Data. Okay. So can we call it as a data? Properties are nothing but a data of that real-time entity. Behaviors are nothing but the functionality of that real-time entity. Okay. So now, so first of all, I have one generic question to all of you. Why we want to develop a software? First of all, why Indian Railway, Indian Railways, why Indian Railways designed IRCTC application? Tell me.
To make bookings easy
To make
for the citizen.
bookings easy and to reduce the manpower and to automate the manual tasks, right?
Yeah.
To automate the manual tasks, Indian Railways provides us a software application, right? So how they start developing this IRCTC application? What is the first point they did? What is the first point they did in order to start the IRCTC application? Those who have the complete idea about that business, Indian Railways business, so they will have a clarity to develop a software, right or wrong? Do you guys agree with me? Okay. So in order to develop any software, first we have to know what are the different real-time entities involved in that business. In order to develop IRCTC application, first they should have a clear idea what are the different real-time entities we have in the Indian Railways. Got it? What are the different real-time entities? What are the different real-time entities? Booking a ticket, track the transaction history. Canceling a ticket is one real-time entity. Okay. User registration is one real-time entity. Payment gateway is one real-time entity. So there are so many real-time entities involved in the Indian Railways. So first of all, in order to develop any software from the scratch, what we need to do is we need to understand the business. We need to understand the system in terms of the real-time entity. That is what we did here. In order to develop a banking application, first of all, we identified two real-time entities here. One is bank branch and another one is bank account. Can we call it as a real-time entity? Is this real-time entity idea helpful to develop a banking application? Yes, it is helpful to develop a banking application. Okay, they like this bank account and bank branch. We can have, definitely we can have so many real-time entities in order to develop one banking software. Nowadays, all people are using internet bankings, right? SBI internet banking, HDFC internet banking, ICICI. We are using mobile apps. We are using phone pays. So all these applications, how they developed all these applications. So we have the business analysts in the industry. What their idea is to what their job is to design. Their job is to identify all the real-time entities, identify all the real-time entities and their job and their functionality. So while they are identifying real-time entities, what they will do is they will identify the properties of that real-time entity. They will identify the behaviors of the real-time entity. Okay, not only they will identify the behavior of the behavior of the real-time entity, they will also uh, provide us the complete information how this deposit works. So they will give us the clear-cut information. That is what the job of the business analysts. Okay, so in software industry, not only developers will be there. Along with the developers, we have software architects, we have business analysts. Software architects and business analysts sit together and they will discuss about the business system. They will come up with the real-time entities. They will give us the real-time entities they will give those real-time entities to the software developers like us. Okay, so we will get all these real-time entities from the business analysts. So they will also explain, they will also give us a clear-cut idea about how this deposit works. What input is required for this deposit? What input is required for the withdrawal? What return? How this? What is the complete functionality of the withdrawal? So they will give us end-to-end information about this particular real-time entity. Being a developers, what we need to do? We simply read that real-time entity and we will design a software. Our job is very, very easy, guys. Believe me, our job is very, very easy. Okay, what logic we have to write? What and all properties will be there in the real-time entity? What and all behaviors will be there in the real-time entity? Every information will give us by the business analysts. Okay, developers and business analysts sit together and work and develop an application. What logic we have to write, everything given by the business analysts. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Okay, so now we have all these real-time entities in our hand. Now, being a developers, what is our job now? What is our job? We need to represent this theoretical real-time entity information in terms of Java class. In terms of Java class. Now see here, how I am representing this real-time entity in terms of class. See, class bank account. So what is this class? Class is a keyword given by the Java programming language. Okay, so I'll ask you one quick question. Don't hesitate. Someone from you, please unmute your mic and ask me the question. I will ask you general question. Okay, if you proactively respond, it will help others to understand. Okay, so in order to construct a building, what machinery is required? Tell me. In order to construct a building, what machinery is required? Tell me one example.
A tractor.
Tractor. You are saying tractor, right?
What do you call JCB?
JCB. You mean a concrete mixing machine, right?
Yeah, concrete.
Very good. Very good. In order to construct a building, Definitely we require some machinery. Okay, so concrete mixing machine JCB is one of the important machinery item to construct a building, which helps to construct a building. Okay, there are a lot of manpower will be there. So one of the major one is to mix the concrete. Take the chips, take the sand, and take the cement and mix that concrete. Okay, so like that, in order to represent this real-time entity in terms of Java class is the one of the machinery, one of the tool to start to represent real-time entity into Java technology. Class is the one of the tool, one of the machinery, like a machinery. For our easy understanding, I'm telling this. Okay, so what we can do, what I am going to do here is, using class keyword, I am going to represent this real-time entity in terms of Java. Got my point? In terms of Java. Okay, so how to represent properties in Java class? How to represent properties in Java class? Suppose I want to represent account number. Okay, can someone please tell me how account number information looks like?
12-digit code.
12-digit code. Very good. That means it is in a numeric form, right? Agree?
Yes.
That
Yes.
12-digit code which is in a numeric form. So how to represent numeric data in Java? That is what my question. How to represent numeric data? So it is a data, right? Account number is a data. Okay. So
Use data typing.
sorry.
Use data type.
We need to use data type. Okay. So this account number is in a numeric form. This account holder name is in collection of characters. Suppose take my name Shravan. So if my account holder name is Shravan, it is a collection of characters, right? So this account number data and account holder name data, both are different data, right? Account number is in a numerical form, account holder name is in alphabetic form, right? Take this account balance. Balance is in decimal form. Again, account number data and balance data is different, completely different. One is in a numerical form, one is in a alphabets form, one is in a decimal form. Coming to this account type, what data it is? Either it is a savings account or current account. How to represent this? Using a single character. If it is a savings account, represent with S. If it is a current account, represent with C. Okay, so account number is in a different data form, numerical data. Account holder name is in a string form. Account balance is in a different form. Account type is in a different form. So in Java, to represent any data, we have a different data types. Got my point? So in Java, to represent account number, we have a data type called long. Got my point? Once you are done with representing a data, what we need to do is, we need to end with the semicolon. Got it? Guys, if you have any doubt, immediately ask me the question. Okay? Unmute your mic and ask me the question. So how to represent account holder name, which is in a collection of alphabets, right? So we can call it as a string. Okay, how to represent string in Java? Using string data type. Okay, which ends with the semicolon. Next, how to represent personal information? Again, personal information is nothing but what? We may have date, address here, social security number, our name, mobile numbers, everything will be there. So which is also a collection of alphabets. So it is also representing using string. Next, balance, account balance. How to represent account balance? Which is in a decimal form, right? So how to represent decimal form in the Java? Using double data type. Okay. Next one, account type. How to represent account type? which is of which we can represent using single character, right? So represent using char data type. Now got it? So what we did so far? This real-time entity we represent using class, and these properties we represent using data types, right? Any doubts so far? Now I'm going to represent behaviors. What is our first behavior? Deposit. As I said, how this deposit works, how bank works with the deposit operation. Every information given by the business analyst. Got my point? So, yeah. Now tell me,
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, you gave double for account balance. So the data type is double. So we
Yes,
can use float also, right?
of course. Yes. If it
Yeah.
is a short decimal number, we can use float.
Okay, sir.
Got it? We have many different data types available in Java. You can choose based on your data. You can choose any data type. Right. Coming to this deposit behavior. So in order to perform deposit, so what input is required to bank employee? Can someone tell me?
Account number,
Definitely employee looks for the account number, and then next,
holder name, account holder name.
not required, right? Account number is enough.
Yeah.
Account holder name also required, but it is optional. Account number and amount. Okay, so this account number and amount are the input to the deposit behavior, right? So how to represent this? So immediately after the deposit behavior name, immediately after we have open parenthesis and close parenthesis. Within open parenthesis and close parenthesis, we need to give inputs, right? Also, we need to represent with data type. Okay, long and double. Okay, now immediately after representing the input for one behavior, open curly brace and ending curly brace. We can have open curly brace and ending curly brace. Within that, we can have logic here. How deposit functionality works, how deposit works. So that information will be provided by the business analyst, right? Looking at that business functionality, we can write the logic. Got my point? We can write the logic. So after successful completion of the deposit, what we will get in return? After successful completion of the deposit operation in the bank, what we will get in return? Tell me. Acknowledgement receipt, right? Your deposit is successful. If we are manually depositing in the bank branch, what bank employee will do? Bank employee will give us the acknowledgement slip by stamping with the SBI, right? Can we treat it as an information, acknowledgement information? How to represent that acknowledgement information in Java? Tell me. Your deposit is successful, right? Your deposit is successful. Return in string form, your deposit is successful, right? Some logic will be there before that. Okay. So what is the return type for this real time, for this behavior? What return type we will get? String information. We will get some string information, right? Your deposit is successful. That's it. That is a string that this collection of characters data, how to represent using string. Got my point? Any doubt so far here? In the same manner, we have withdraw. What is the input to the withdraw? Even for withdraw also we need to give account number and amount to withdraw. So what we will get in return in withdraw scenario? We will get in return some cash, right? Some physical cash. Okay, so how that will so account balance minus amount to withdraw, right? So what is what we will get in return? Some cash. How to represent cash? Using double, right? Is it clear? Next behavior. So if you have any doubt, please unmute your mic and ask me. Okay, in order to do balance inquiry, what input we need to give to the bank employee? Again, account number. Account number is enough. Got my point? What it will do? It will return account balance, right? So here also, no. Your account is, it will not return account balance. It will return account balance information, which is in a string format. Your account balance is account balance. Understand? What is the return type of this particular method? String. Got my point? So now see how we represent this real-time entity in terms of Java class, like this. Is it easy, guys? Anybody have any doubts? Okay, your silence gave me the answer. I hope all understood about this class concept. Okay, so how to represent real-time entity using class like this. Okay, now what is object? What is object? Okay, so object is nothing but a real existing thing. What is this class? This class is representing the real-time entity, and it is and this class is nothing but a blueprint of an account. Okay, somebody pings me. Okay, fine. Okay, so this class is nothing but it is a blueprint of the real-time entity called bank account. Okay, so using this blueprint, what can we do? What end user, what customer can do? Understand? I will give you one generic example. Okay, I want to construct a building in the land. I want to construct a building in the land. In the firstly, what I need to do? Tell me. I need to approach civil engineer or architect. I need to design a plan. I need to request for a plan of the building based on the land measurements, right? What architect will give me? Architect gives me a nice, beautiful building plan. So is that building plan having in hands? Can I treat that as a building? It's just a blueprint. How I am going to construct a building? It's just a blueprint. Based on that blueprint, builder will builds the building, right? Got my point? Based on that blueprint, builder is going to construct a building. So in the same way, business analyst gives us this real-time entity. What we will do is we will represent that real-time entity using class concept. Now now this class is considering as a blueprint. Got it? This class is constructing. This class is considering as a blueprint. So using this blueprint, we actually needs to construct an object. That object is a real-time entity. So whatever the building we are staying now, whatever building we are living now, okay, that is actually an object. So before constructing this building, in everyone's building, before constructing this everyone's building, definitely there will be some plan. That plan we need to make it. So we need to produce that plan to the municipality and we will get an approval from them. Then only we will start a construction. Got my point? But in the same manner, after we design this class using the real-time entity, we need to start constructing an object. Got my point? So how I am doing is bank account, Shravan's bank account is equal to using new, in order to construct a object using new operator in Java, new bank account. So while constructing, I need to give account number 1001, account holder name, minimum balance, personal information. Right? This is how. So while constructing means what? While opening a savings account, definitely we give some information, right? Some basic information. What is our name? We will produce the social security number. We will produce all, we will give all the details, right? PAN card, everything. So then only they will, bank employee is going to create a savings account for us. In the same manner, using this class real-time entity, we are going to construct an object for Shravan's bank account using new operator. Okay, in the same manner, n number of objects we can create like this. Bank account, Mahesh bank account is equal to new Mahesh, sorry, new bank account 1002 Mahesh 500, or you can, he can deposit 1000 Hyderabad, so maybe Bombay. Okay, like that we can create n number of objects. So is it clear? So I hope you understand about what is real-time entity, what is class, and what is object. Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far? Okay, so what is the time now? Okay, so
6:27.
6:20. Is it more than 1 hour, Hemant?
Yes, we crossed it there.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
let's
we'll
see.
do one thing. We will close this session here. Okay, so I'll give you an assignment for all of you. Okay, so take 2 or 3 real-time entities. Take 2 or 3 real-time entities and write properties of real-time entities and behaviors of the real-time entities. And based on the real-time entities, design the classes like this and create an objects like this. Okay, I will share these notes to Hemant. If you want notes, Hemant sir will give you. Okay, so go through these notes and so do some assignment. Okay, take any real-time entity, 2 or 3 real-time entities, and identify the properties, identify the behaviors, and write down the classes. Represent that real-time entities using classes like this. Okay, so this is assignment, guys. Before coming to tomorrow's class, you have to complete this assignment. Okay, and also create objects like this. Okay, I'll share these notes to Hemant sir. He will share it with all of you. Okay, so looking at these notes and you can complete your assignment. Okay, so any doubts so far? We are going to close this session. Actually, my demo is not completed because we crossed the 1 hour of time. So I'm going to close session. So tomorrow is very, very important class. I'm going to explain all these 4 concepts. Very, very important. Okay. Okay. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Please unmute your mic and ask me.
Yeah. Shravan, I need to give a small update to these guys.
Yeah, please.
Guys, thanks for joining in this session, and question and answer session will continue after 1 minute. In the meantime, we don't have a few people mobile numbers. I already shared my number in chat window. For this recording, course content and the timings details we'll discuss after this session. Please ping me so that we'll discuss we'll get our input from all the people and we'll finalize the timings as well. Yeah. Now you can ask your questions. Any questions, guys, from anyone? Any kind of question which is related to technical and your career as a Java developer and what are the advanced concepts? Everything Shravan will answer. He's more than 10 years experience in Java. So he's the right person to ask all those your queries. Please go ahead. Can I ask one by one? Okay, right. Akshar, do you understand the session? Or do you
Yes,
have any
sir.
question?
I
Okay.
understood, sir. Again, I'll do. Sir said to do 2 problems or 3. So
Okay.
I might have doubts. I'll ask them tomorrow again.
Sure. That's great. Amruta,
Sir, I understand.
you're okay with this session?
Yes.
Why? Because guys, every session should be in an interactive way. Then only we understand the things properly. Otherwise, it's a problem for you to get a job. Market is very tough, and again, Java is toughest programming language. But Shravan will give you in a simplest manner. I believe Shravan, he's the right person to deliver the things in a simple manner. So you will follow 7 guidelines and do whatever the problems is given. Okay. And then I think Bharati, do you have any questions? Can you please mute out? Okay. Datri,
Yes, sir.
do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, great. Gayatri, okay. Manoj,
Yes, sir.
yeah. అర్థమైందా అండి? సెషన్ అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, రైట్ అండి. మీ నెంబర్ నా దగ్గర లేదు, ఒకసారి నాకు పింగ్ చేయండి. నేను చాట్ విండోలో మెసేజ్ డ్రాప్ చేశాను.
Yes, sir.
ఓకే. అండ్ రాజగోపాల్,
Yes, sir.
యా, క్లియర్?
Yes, sir. Clear.
ఓకే. పవన్, ఓకే. ప్రేమ్, సత్యకృష్ణ, యా,
Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
ఓకే, గుడ్. సత్యకృష్ణ,
Yes, sir. His wife, Vani.
ఏమ్మా?
Hello. Sir, this is Sachi Krishna.
క్లియర్ అమ్మా?
Yes, sir. Clear.
ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్.
Thank you, sir.
రైట్. అండ్ సోమశేఖర్, సౌజన్య,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
గుడ్. ఓకే. శ్రావణి, సుమశ్రీ,
Yeah, I'm clear.
ఓకే, గుడ్. సుమశ్రీ,
Yeah, it's clear.
ఓకే. సుప్రియ అండ్ వెంకటేష్.
Sir, clear, sir.
Okay, right. Guys, one thing is very clear. We are going to, not only this batch, every batch will have only 20 people in the batch. This is training and placement batch. So we already giving opportunities to the previous trained guys, and their our placement record is also in, good number is going on. People are trained people are attending interviews and placed in different companies. So we are very committed to provide exact industry requirement knowledge on Java technology in a full stack. We covered the Java full stack and React along with the web development also. If you practice well after this session, so there is no other material or no other guide will require for your interview process. And model is very clear. So there is no shortcuts for the success. We believe programming, understanding, and interview process. These three things only. Okay, everyone should focus on programming and practice well and prepare the things. If you have any doubt, I am available in organization. Immediately you can ask me, and I'll approach Seven will guide you. Okay, and this sessions also both online and offline hybrid model is available. Who are available in Hyderabad, please come to institute, and the remaining people please join through online. Okay, so already we took 1 hour, more than 1 hour. I think this is the right time to close this session. Yeah, thank you, Seven. Thanks for your time and giving the excellent demo. I hope everyone is understanding the things properly. We'll connect tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Sure, Hemant. Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.